Hey guys, it's Isaac here. I'm back and I wanted to make a video today of a topic that you guys really have been asking me about for a long time and wanted me to make a video about for a long time, which is basically my full game collection, which I'm going to be showing you guys today and telling you a little bit about each game, each one of my 44 games basically, and just giving you an idea of what the game's about really, so you could kind of know which games you guys want me to overview for you, get a better idea of the games. But before I begin, I'd like to just congratulate you guys, the paper game community basically, on really helping it grow. We got a lot of noteworthy additions now, and you guys are getting really good at making these games real quick, and I just wanted to congratulate you, and you guys know who you are. Matt Lego, K-Cot, Online Gaming Dude, Dragon Minor Tunes, Gamer Boy, Yili Yang. You got so many people, and I really hope I'm not forgetting people again. Oh my god, let me look at my mind when I said K-Cot, Online Gaming Dude, Matt Lego, Yili Yang, Gamer Boy. I think I got all of them. Hopefully, if I forgot you, I'm gonna make a separate apology video, because really. But okay, let's just get to the collection. Alright guys, here we are, and today I'm going to start off with my game 1 through my game 6, which is basically my Dragon Ball Z games, keeping things simple to start off the collection to show you guys from game 1 to game 44. In this video, I'm just going to do game 1 through game 6, and then probably tomorrow I'll do game 6 through 12, you know, and keeps on going like that. That's basically how I'm going to do this whole collection type video, and through games of 6. Alright, so we start off with the first game being Dragon Ball Z. Now, Dragon Ball Z was the first game I've ever made, and it is a fighting game. And if you guys see the picture on the screen, hopefully it's there, you can see that it's a very old game. It looks very outdated. It has a very weird look to it, and the string attaching it is basically almost about to collapse at any second. It is a very old game. But let's talk about the features within the game. Now, the game has 5 modes. I think if I remember, it was story mode, versus mode, shop mode, and 2 modes here, extra Dragon Ball Hunt mode and Shenron mode, which I mentioned those because those are 2 modes that are not able to be used in my games, any of my Dragon Ball Z games that's going to come after this. Extra Dragon Ball Hunt mode and Shenron mode. Hopefully you're seeing a picture on the screen about them. They are 2 game modes. They're exclusive to the first game, and are not going to be coming to any other Dragon Ball Z game that I'm going to explain to you guys today. It's an extremely long game. It's still in my top 5 longest games. It is my only my first game, maybe because it isn't colored, so I was able to make it so long, because my most recent games are fully colored, so maybe that's why it's so long. But it is very long, and there's over 50 playable characters in the game that you can obviously use in the dual mode, which they each have their own specific moves and finishers, just not as specific as probably the ones in Star Wars or the ones that are going to be in Ben 10 O Generation. And that's pretty much Dragon Ball Z. Very simple game, very simple fighting game. Not very much to it, but I still hope you, I know you guys did enjoy that overview, and thank you for that. Alright, and now we're going to the game 2, Dragon Ball Z 2. It's the sequel to Dragon Ball Z, and it improved upon a lot of things, and yeah, it basically really improved upon a lot of things. I made it in the same year as I made Dragon Ball Z, which is 2008, and but there's a few negatives and cons to the game. Now, there is a reduced amount of modes in Dragon Ball Z 2. I think there's now 4 or 3. I can't really remember. Hopefully you're seeing a picture on the screen there about it, because I can't really remember how much game modes there were, but I think there was 4 or 3. But onto a positive now, there was 25 more characters than there was in Dragon Ball Z 1. and it also added a new World Tournament mode. So even though it had less game modes than the first game, I kind of made up for it a little more by kind of adding in a World Tournament mode, which should have been present in the first game, but I just added it in the second. The controls, it plays exactly like the first game, and the layout for the story mode, if you guys could see a picture on the screen there, is exactly the same as the story mode in DBZ 1, just with a few extra sagas. It adds a few here and there, but the layout is exactly the same. You're going to battle them, you're going to unlock the character, you're going to get some money, and basically that's it. Then you can use for the shop mode to get even more characters. And yeah, basically characters, because Dragon Ball Z 2 has 75 characters, while Dragon Ball Z 1 had 50. And it introduced another thing, Dragon Ball Z 2, which was tag team battles for the first time. Basically, 2 people against 1, 2 people against 2. You can't do it in the duel mode, however. You can't just pick 2 versus 2. But in the story mode, there are quite a few battles where you're actually 2 people on one side versus 1 person on the other. And that's basically DBZ 2. And now, going on to the sequel, well, of DBZ 2, which is DBZ Legends. Now, DBZ Legends was probably my most disappointing game, disappointing sequel for a game on the IPGS game system, because I'll just tell you about it. If you guys saw my overview, you remember that compared to its predecessor, DBZ 2, DBZ Legends was extremely short. Now, I hope I take a picture here showing you the comparison of DBZ 2 and DBZ Legends to show you guys, just the downgrade that I went, the laziness that I did to DBZ Legends. And I'm going to show you that DBZ Legends had a bunch of cool features that could have made it one of my #1 fighting games, but the couple of reasons I'm going to show you right now is why it still stays at the bottom, in my opinion. Now, DBZ Legends has even more reduced modes than DBZ 2. Now, DBZ 1 had 5, DBZ 2 I think had 3 or 4, and DBZ Legends has 3 game modes. Very, very short, and I'm pretty sure one of them is options mode, so that's not even a mode. So basically 2 game modes with DBZ Legends. But oh yeah, the 75 characters in DBZ 2 that was improved upon from DBZ 1 has now been completely cut down to 17 characters in DBZ Legends compared to the 75 in DBZ 2. So yeah, basically DBZ Legends was a big letdown in basically every form. I mean, it was shorter, it had even more reduced modes. From the 75 characters, you now have 17. But I guess I gotta talk about some of the good things that were in DBZ Legends so this doesn't get too depressing here. Now, some of the good things that happened in DBZ Legends was it introduced a mission mode, which was kind of an alternate to the actual Legend mode, which was the story mode. And it's pretty cool because it's kind of different than the standard Legend mode. And then it also introduced 2 characters, Goten Super Saiyan 1 and Kid Trunks Super Saiyan 1, which do not ask me why they weren't in the first 2, but I just added them into this one. And it introduced also a bunch of characters like Demon King Piccolo and a bunch of other old Dragon Ball characters which were never before seen in the older games. And this is gonna lead into a game that I'm gonna talk about later. All these old kind of Dragon Ball characters that they're introducing, that I introduced in DBZ Legends. So those are basically the only good things that happened from DBZ Legends. However, new characters and a new mission mode, that's it. The length, the character roster, the gameplay is exactly the same, but it's just, it's not on the same level as DBZ 2 or DBZ 1, basically. Alright, and the next game, the sequel to DBZ Legends, is DBZ Legends 2. Now, DBZ Legends 2 was basically my comeback game from the mess that was DBZ Legends. And I'm gonna tell you why. This game also only has 3 modes, like DBZ Legends. So you guys might be saying, I thought you said it was a comeback game for DBZ Legends. Well, it is. DBZ Legends 2 has only 3 modes, but it has the insane character roster amount of 100 plus, and that's pretty insane. 100 plus characters from the 17 in DBZ Legends, and I did that on purpose. I added so much crazy new characters like Bulma or whatever because I needed to make this game much better than any of my other DBZ games in the past, which it ended up being. Now, DBZ 2, yeah, as I said, it introduced crazy, never-before-seen characters like Bulma and Shenron and crazy people like that. And it introduced also a new style of the story mode, basically a new layout is what I'm trying to say. Instead of the select the battle, easy, normal, hard, go do the battle like you saw in the older games, which I'll put a picture right there if you've seen that in the older games. This is basically the style of how the older games used to be, and now hopefully you see a picture of the new style of DBZ Legends, the story mode, how it basically looks, how it basically works. Much differently than the past 3 games, and this new layout is going to be the layout you're going to be seeing throughout the rest of my DBZ games, which is much better than the old layout. Much more, it's better to look at than the kind of old boring type of layout. Alright, DBZ Legends 2 also added cutscenes and the first game to add color to DBZ games. And to tell you the truth, guys, in case you didn't know this, DBZ Legends 2 was the first game that I actually added color to in one of my games. And yeah, that's kind of cool. It introduced cutscenes, and it was also a very long game, coming close to the size of the first DBZ game. And that's pretty much DBZ Legends 2. A much better legend mode, which is called perspective mode. In this game, you basically choose a character and take and you you play the battles that those characters encountered, and that's how this story mode works. And it works much better, adding mini games and cutscenes, and it is a much better game than Legends. It's a much better game than DBZ 2, and I actually might even go as far as to say it's much better than DBZ 1. Now we're gonna go on to the sequel to DBZ Legends 2, which is Dragon Ball. Now, the reason I was really weird back in the day with these Dragon Ball Z games. I didn't know what I was doing, because DBZ was like this, DBZ 2 was like this, DBZ Legends was like this, DBZ Legends 2 was like this, and then Dragon Ball is like this all over again. But I'm gonna tell you guys why. Dragon Ball was the first Dragon Ball Z game to introduce motion-enabled gameplay. So that's pretty cool. You can just do all the moves with your hands. You don't need the controller. That's pretty cool. But it is shorter than Legends 2 by a lot. And I mean by a lot. It's much shorter. But there is a couple of good things with Dragon Ball, though. Don't get me wrong. There is 5 modes, which is as much as DBZ 2, and it introduced 2 new modes, Rank Up mode, and the first DBZ game to introduce Online mode. So a couple good things there. And it also brought back World Tournament mode from the first Dragon Ball Z game that you haven't seen until the first Dragon Ball Z game was the last time you saw World Tournament mode. And, yeah, only old school characters are in this game, so that's pretty cool. You're gonna be seeing, Demon King Piccolo, Kid Goku, all those old type of characters. And that is, pretty cool, because Dragon Ball, whoa, let me slow down. Dragon Ball added a couple great things, but the only reason I say it was a big step down is because of the length, and that's pretty much it, because I think I added a couple new things with the online mode, the rank up mode, the 5 modes that's included in the game, and that's basically it. It has 13 characters only, which is a big letdown. Guys, that's less than DBZ Legends, which had 17 characters. So that's not the best, but it's all old generation characters that you never seen before in a game, which is why it kind of makes up for it. It uses the DBZ Legends 2 layout that you guys saw there. And God, I'm probably going to get cut off. So I'll start DBZ Legends 3, the final and best DBZ game, in the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you later. Bye.